On this one, I'm gonna try to make me a custom Wicker Bill spoiler. Man, I'm tired. But anyway, what's up guys? Back at it again. Oh yeah. So yeah, pretty much got the car in the standards that I'm happy with. You know, we got the whole engine painted up the way I wanted it, envisioned it. I got the turbo situated the way I envisioned it with the intercooler and everything else. Finally got my hood done here. That's the way I envisioned it. So one last step besides the exhaust I want to go out the back eventually is I want to put a spoiler on my stock spoiler. And I started working on this the other night, cutting out a cardboard template, try to mock up the way I want it to look and how I want to situate it back here. So I got this rough draft template that I cut out, and that was last night. And then earlier today I got down here and I made me one that is pretty much finished. I think that's the finished product on the template. So I did them in halves. This way I can use that half, and I'm going to lay it on this poster board here. I'm going to double up the poster board. This way when I cut it, I'll have two halves, and then I can put them both together and they'll be perfectly matching from side to side. And then I'll get them situated where, you know, it's aligned and everything, where it looks good. I'm going to tape them together, and then we're going to take that template, and I got this piece of 1/8 inch aluminum plate over here where we're going to lay it out on and then cut it out. And then pretty much I think the most difficult part is trying to figure out how to mount it. I mean, I kind of got an idea how I want to mount it, but it might be just a little bit difficult. All right, well, I got it traced out on my poster board. Got it trimmed up and then taped together. This way they don't move around while I'm trying to trim it out. My lines are a bit wavy because of the cardboard I traced around, but I'm going to try to straighten them up as I'm cutting this out. Hopefully it works out well for me. I got my first rough draft on here with the poster board. There she is. God knows how many of these I'm going to have to make till I get it right. I think it looks pretty cool. Just got to get it right because yeah, it's kind of low a little bit. I mean, it's pretty good. It's just right here I cut too high up because I'm trying to actually use the bolts for the third light to, you know, mount it, and I want to put a bolt back here somewhere and mount it, so I have to drill a hole when I take this off and figure all that out. I'm really not sure how it's going to work out or if it's going to even work out, but that is my plan for the mounting, is just have the 4 bolts. But yeah, I gotta cut this, so I gotta bring it up pretty much. I think it's perfect. It's just like I said, I cut too high up where the third light is back here. So this comes up, and then these will sit above here because I gotta have it sitting above, because if you close the trunk, it's gonna hit it. So these literally have to just be, yeah, crest over here, and should be good. Well, I'm gonna keep playing around with it. Hopefully I get it right, and yeah, I can get the main one cut out of that plate of aluminum maybe tomorrow, this weekend, or sometime next weekend. Alrighty, so this is my second set of templates I made up. Yeah, I think I got it where I like it. So I think I'm going to take it off and we're going to trace it on that plate of aluminum. Anything I don't like about it, once I get it traced out and cut out of that plate of aluminum, I can always go back and fine tune it up, you know, with the grinder or whatever, you know, sand down certain edges or spots if I need to adjust it. But there's my 2 templates. Well, actually I made 3 templates. I made the first one out of cardboard. But luckily this piece of aluminum I got here is big enough to make 2 of them if I mess up on the first one. Well, I almost got it cut all the way out. Big majority done. Just got the small piece down here to finish up. Yeah, hopefully this all works out with this the way I plan. You know, I might actually have to cut this whole piece off. These 2 pieces I want to try to tie into the third light, but we'll see. But let me tell you, this thing was a bitch cutting with that jigsaw over there. What I found was clamping down the aluminum to a piece of plywood, you can cut through it 10 times easier than just trying to cut straight through the aluminum plate, because it vibrates and shakes around real bad. Finally, I got her done. Yeah, after I got the rest of the jigsaw on this out, Ended up taking it and putting the arch in it first to make sure that it was going to come out right. So I got my arch in there. And the way I got the arch in was I just pretty much just kind of, you know, easily bent it, slightly bent it over the tire here. That was really it, you know. Just slowly putting a crease down the whole thing. Just putting mild pressure on it all the way across until I got the arch I needed. That was it. And then, yeah, with all the jagged edges on it from using the jigsaw over there, I ended up using these things with my little air angle grinder, you know, getting down the harshness of it. And once I got it all nice and level out, because yeah, it was jagged, so I had to, you know, keep hitting certain spots. And then after I did all that, I used yeah, this kind of sander to get it nice and smooth out the edges and all that. Oh, but yeah, let me tell you, this thing, yeah, bitch to make. I mean, it took me like 3 days of playing around here and there. I feel like the hardest part was cutting it out with the jigsaw. Everything else kind of fell into place, you know, after I got the template, got it cut out, and then kind of really went smoothly after that with the grinding it and putting the bend in it. Alright, yo, you got her kind of on here. Check it out. Ooh. Yeah, so I got it propped up with my jack stands here. I already got the mark in the spots where I'm going to put the holes on there and down over there. Oh, exhausting making this thing, I tell you. Exhausting. You know what? Screw the spoiler. We're gonna go spoiler-less. Spoiler-less. I mean, look at that. That little thing looks awesome without the spoiler. Heck yeah. I think that looks wicked. Yeah, I'm not doing no spoiler. Alright, well yesterday I kind of screwed up when I was trying to drill the holes for the center mounts on the third light. I got that side grinded down from my horrible looking one. But my second attempt came out a whole lot better. I'll tell you that much. Oh yeah, I figured out what I was doing wrong. I was having the torch head way too close, and I kept touching the aluminum rod to it and contaminating it. And yeah, I wasn't waiting for the metal to heat up enough to actually melt the rod into it, I think also. But heck yeah, let's grind this down and then we're gonna figure out our hole placement again. Alright, cool, we're back to this point again. Like nothing happened. But something did happen. I screwed up. Oh, but at least it's filled in. And we're ready for round 2 of hole placement. Finally got them holes drilled. Now I ain't even kidding. This was by far the hardest part of this project, was getting these holes aligned. Don't know why it caused me so much trouble. I guess because it's behind here and I was kind of like guesstimating where it was. I ended up taking the light out and just kind of, yeah, looking where the hole went to in the fiberglass, and then I finally got it. But it was still off a little, and I had to ream the holes out to the center, but I got them close enough where I could do that. Alright, time to put it on the car and see how it looks. Well, these end pieces are clearing the body alright, but I just got to grind up on this piece right here on each side, because it's, when I put it on here, it's touching the trunk lid. Alright, I marked about an 1/8 inch. I'm going to take off each end over here. Hopefully that's enough. Alrighty then, we got her on there with 4 screws. But I want to change these screws out. I want to put these bigger bolts I got, hex bolts I got from the hardware store in here this way with some backing. Right now this is just screwed into the fiberglass. I drilled a small little hole and then screwed that into the fiberglass just to get it on there, just to make sure everything's going to clear. And it's clearing great. I didn't even have to arch it up. Only thing is just a little crack there, which made it great for this to clear This way I didn't have to pressing it like over the body here. I was able just to have it behind it. I'm gonna take it back off, put it back on the bench over there, and then I'm gonna try to put the bigger hardware in. This way it's secured more with a backing nut instead of just screwed into the fiberglass. And also, while I got the spoiler off, I can clean under here real good. My fellow F-body owners, y'all know how hard it is to clean under this damn spoiler. So that's my little plan here. I got these bigger Allen key bolts with these as a backing nut. Figured this would be the best solution to hold, to have a nice, you know, wide support in here for the fiberglass so it don't crack, hopefully, when I snug it up. And luckily there's a nice handy dandy hole right here to get into, so I can put it in there. And then for the light, I got these little bit longer ones, bolts, with these clips. I forgot what those are called, but yeah. I took out the original factory ones. Yeah, I got that in there. And then the light, you had to drill the hole out to the size of the bolt. So you gotta do this very, very slow, or the slowest speed you can. Take your time. It literally took me 5 minutes to go through this, but I'd rather take my time than crack the end of this lens off and then have to go find me another one. So, well, there you go. I got my big bolts in. 2 center ones. Had to work it quite a bit to get it all to work, but you know, they're in there. Gotta go up to the local auto parts store, go grab me some new light bulbs for here, because after I do all this, the only way to change the light bulbs is to take the whole wing off, the spoiler off, and then take the wing off to get to that. So it's gonna be quite a challenge to change those bulbs in the future. But oh yeah, it's done. So yeah, I'm gonna go get the bulbs. I gotta get another can of paint. Yeah, I'm gonna go with black like my rims, but I'm gonna do a satin, I guess. So I don't want it so shiny. I don't want a gloss. I want gloss on the rims with this VHT, which is kind of like a satin after you spray it on. So I'm figuring the satin's gonna be between a satin and a black flat, which I want the spoiler to be. I kind of want the spoiler to match the hood vent, is what I'm going for. So I'm hopefully with the satin black VHT, I get that effect of the plastic kind of look with the hood vent. And I was just about to come out here and paint my spoiler, and it started raining again, but luckily it's just one rain cloud and it's almost past. Hopefully I can get out here in a little bit and do it. Alright, we painting her. Got everything cleaned up as the paint's drying. So in the middle of the month, I went and I got the insurance put on the car. Just the other day, I finally got the plate for it. So she's all legal, good to go to get her on the road. So after the spoil install, we're going to be doing the tuning part. So we're going to be hooking up the HP tuners. We're going to get the data cable, the ProLink cable hooked up to the wideband, and then we're going to take her on our first maiden voyage on the road. Oh yeah! I got it all finished up, but I got to say my impatience to put it on. I didn't wait for the paint to cure totally. I let it only dry for about a half hour. And yeah, I got some finger marks on the paint, rubbed a little off where aluminum is, but that's okay. I can always touch it up with a little brush, I guess. I mean, it looks all right. It's pretty cool. But I wanted to do something different than traditional, you know, super sport spoiler or one of those high-rise spoilers. Left the aluminum, but I figured I'd try to match the black on the top. You know, I got the vent, the top of the car is black, the rims are black, so I figured I'd try to keep a little black beam in there with it. Yeah, I fingered it up here and I sprayed it with a little bit of paint. You can't really see it in the light the way it is. And then when I was putting it on, chipped it right there a little bit, and I tried to go in with a Sharpie and ended up getting it on the spoiler right there. needed something on here in the back. I don't know, I just don't like the, I mean, it's all right, the stock spoiler, but needed a little something, I guess. All right, y'all, that's it for this one. Drop me a comment. Let me know your opinion. What do y'all think of it? Y'all like it? Y'all hate it? Y'all love it? Let me know. Peace and love. Keep it real, and I'll see you on the next one.